Thomas, are you done with work?
Yeah, I'm done. Why?
I just wanted to ask if you could stop by the grocery store on your way home.
Huh? The grocery store? Why me?
We're running low on laundry detergent and toilet paper.
Then why don't you go get some? Do you know how embarrassing it would be for a guy like me to buy detergent if the neighbors saw it?
Huh? There's nothing weird about a man buying detergent. It's pretty normal these days.
It just feels like I'm being bossed around by my wife, and I don't like that.
I'm not bossing you around. Stopping by the store on your way home isn't a big deal.
What did you even do all day today?
Well, I did laundry and cleaned in the morning. Then I relaxed in the room during the afternoon.
You've been lounging at home all day. You can at least handle the shopping.
I'm sorry, it's just been hard to move around. I'm almost due to give birth. My belly's gotten really big and my back hurts a lot.
You know the due date, right? Plan ahead and act accordingly. When did you get so lazy? Depending on me for everything is really frustrating, you know?
Sorry, but it's my first pregnancy. I can't plan everything perfectly. I'm nervous too.
Being nervous and not handling housework are two different things. I'm already exhausted from work, you know?
I know work has been tough on you. I really want you to know how much I appreciate your daily efforts. But do you really have to talk to me like that? If I could move around easily, I'd go buy it myself.
I'm barely holding it together with work. Nothing is going right. Nothing. At least let me blow off some steam.
That's why I've been saying we should talk things out more. But you keep shutting me down.
It's pointless to talk to you. It never gets anywhere. Fine. Just drop it already. I'll pick up the detergent and toilet paper, okay? So, toilet paper, double or single?
Double, please.
Jesus. I was just about to go out for drinks, you know?
Wait, you were planning to go out drinking?
Yeah, so what? Is that a problem?
So, going out for drinks doesn't make you feel tired, huh? Couldn't you at least try to help out a little during this time?
I'll step up once the baby's here, all right? Why do you always have to argue about everything?
This isn't just my child, you know. I really wish you'd start taking parenthood more seriously.
It's said in a parenting magazine that men develop their awareness slower than women. That's just how men are.
Don't dismiss it as just a gender thing. It's disrespectful to the men out there who are actually stepping up and helping.
No, that's not what I mean. What I'm trying to say is more nuanced than that. Apparently, men's awareness of parenting tends to develop slower than women's because of hormonal differences.
Hormonal?
Yeah, like oxytocin, for example. Women experience an increase in oxytocin during pregnancy as they bond with the baby. But for men, it starts increasing after the baby is born, and they begin spending time together.
But that doesn't mean you can just sit back and wait, does it?
Of course not, I know that. I was just explaining the biological tendencies.
Still, using that as an excuse to not put in any effort isn't right, is it?
You've been really irritable lately, huh? Maybe before commenting on me, you should work on fixing your pregnancy mood swings. Moms really need to get a bit stronger. There's no need to fuss so much when I'm not around.
Listen, Thomas. There are actual scientific reasons why pregnant women experience emotional changes.
Huh?
First of all, the biggest reason is that pregnancy causes major changes in hormonal balance. In the early stages, estrogen and progesterone levels increase rapidly, making emotions more unstable. Later in pregnancy, as the baby grows, the physical strain on the body increases. Add to that sleep deprivation, back pain, and difficulty moving. Those physical stresses pile up too.
Oh my God. Here we go with the complicated stuff again.
Didn't you just say men struggle to develop parental awareness because of hormones?
Yeah. You're so annoying.
Violet, how are you feeling? Have you been having any cramping or anything? I'm fine, Ruth. But didn't you check in with me an hour ago too? How many times are you going to call me today? This is your 5th time already.
I'm just so excited about my grandchild being born.
And you mentioned having a sharp pain in the morning, didn't you? That had me worried. Thank you so much for being so concerned. Well, the due date has already passed, so it could happen any time now, right? Don't worry. I promise I'll call as soon as the contractions start.
You better. I'll come right away.
That's very reassuring. Oh.
What's wrong?
I think my water just broke.
What? Really?
But it might just be urine leakage. It doesn't feel like that much.
Even so, when it comes to water breaking, it's different for everyone. Sometimes it's just a small trickle, but it can still be your water breaking. For now, stay calm, okay? I think you should call the hospital.
Do you think it's that urgent?
It is. Your water breaking means amniotic fluid is leaking, right? If too much amniotic fluid is lost, it could put the baby in danger.
I didn't know that. Thank you for explaining.
It's not just that. If your water breaks, there's also a risk of infection. The longer it's been since your water broke, the less the amniotic sac can protect the baby, so quick action is important.
I see.
Also, it's hard to tell on your own whether it's urine leakage or your water breaking, so it's better to have a professional check it.
That's true.
At the hospital, they can do a simple test to confirm if it's your water breaking or not. If everything's fine, you'll feel relieved, and if it is, they'll handle it appropriately.
All right, I'll contact the hospital. Thomas, what time do you think you'll be home today?
Huh? If you're messaging me at this time, don't tell me you're asking me to buy something again.
That's not it. I might have had my water break, so I need to go to the hospital. If you're done with work, can you drive me there?
Your water broke? The baby's not coming yet, right?
I won't know until we get to the hospital, but I think it's better to get checked quickly.
All right. Let me know when it looks like the baby's actually coming. Then I'll go.
Wait, hold on. You're not coming with me?
Even if your water broke, if you're not having contractions, the baby won't be born yet, right? So what's the point of me going? Waiting around for hours would just be a waste of time.
That's not true. This is my first delivery, and just having you by my side would mean so much. Please, come to the hospital with me.
I can't. If I go now, I'll just be sitting around with nothing to do.
But I want you to hear what the doctor says too, please.
I said it's not happening. I've already had a drink, so I can't drive.
What? You've been drinking again? I'm past my due date. It could happen any time now.
I needed to relax after work. One drink isn't a big deal.
The baby is going to be here any day now. Can't you hold off for a little while?
I didn't think you'd go into labor today.
We can take a taxi, so please accompany me.
If a taxi works, then just go on your own. There's no need for me to come along.
Why are you being so cold? I'm terrified. It's my first time giving birth.
You're overreacting. Your friends have had kids just fine, haven't they? Medical care is advanced these days, so there's nothing to worry about.
Fine, but promise me you'll come if contractions start. You're off tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Thomas, Are you still drinking? I've been messaging you, but you're not responding at all. The contractions have started. They're getting much closer together and the baby might come by early morning. My back feels like it's going to split apart and I'm so scared. Please, come quickly. Thomas, why aren't you replying? The baby's about to be born.
My bad. I didn't see your messages. I just got home. My phone's been on silent this whole time. So, what was it? You said the contraction started?
You just got home? It's already 4 a.m.
Yeah, well, knowing I have the day off tomorrow, I guess I got a little carried away with the drinks.
So while I was suffering through labor pains, you were out drinking and wandering around? Unbelievable.
Come on, it's not like you're sick. Isn't this something every mom goes through? Anyway, you mentioned something about the contraction intervals. Is the baby about to be born?
The baby's already born.
What? Already? That was quick.
Quick? I told you hours ago that the baby might come by early morning. Did you even read my messages?
Honestly, not really. I was pretty drunk.
Thomas, you didn't come in the end.
Oh, I see. So the baby's here. Well, that's great news. Congrats.
Congrats? That's all you have to say? Don't you think this is insane? It was my first delivery and you were out drinking. I wanted you to be there when I needed you the most.
All right, I'm sorry, okay? Don't get so mad. So, is it a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
Oh, just like I predicted. I hope he looks just like me.
All right. Can you come to the hospital right away?
Wait, I've got a headache. I'll be there after I get some sleep.
Excuse me? Are you serious? Your child was just born and you're still not coming?
What do you want me to do? I can't meet the baby in this drunk state. Besides, I reek of alcohol. I can't show up at the hospital like this.
So when are you coming?
I'll take a nap now and head over around noon. You should get some rest in the meantime, too.
I can't rest. I've got feeding and taking care of the baby to handle from here on out.
All right. Don't get so worked up. For now, I really need to sleep. Talk later.
Thomas, I've been waiting for you this whole time. When are you planning to show up? It's already past noon.
Yeah, I know. I want to come, but I've got a splitting headache from a hangover, so I can't move.
A hangover? You were drinking?
What? Don't act surprised. I told you I was going out drinking. I drank until morning, and now my head feels like it's going to explode. I'm nauseous, my stomach's upset, and even drinking water makes me feel sick. Honestly, I can barely stand up right now.
Unbelievable! While someone was doing her best to give birth to your child, you were out drinking and wandering around? What were you thinking?
Violet, you always start whining about every little thing. You're blowing this way out of proportion. Labor pains aren't that big of a deal.
Thomas, are you misunderstanding something? Do you even know who you're talking to? This is your mother. Care to explain yourself?
What? Oh, I mean...
What? Do you think there's any excuse for this?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm still kind of hungover and I thought it was Violet messaging me on WhatsApp.
I can tell that, but now you're fully awake, aren't you?
Yes.
You lied to me saying you couldn't be there because of work, and now I come here to find this? I heard everything from Violet. What are you even doing? And on top of that, you didn't help her with anything when she wasn't feeling well? You complain just because she asks you to pick up some groceries every now and then? Do you even understand what childbirth entails? She's putting her life on the line to bring your child into this world. Your child.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
If you understand that, let me spell it out for you. Do you know how much strain pregnancy and childbirth put on a woman's body? During pregnancy, women battle constant nausea from morning sickness, often unable to eat properly. Their bodies change, gaining weight, dealing with back pain, swelling, and sleepless nights. Their hormones go out of balance, leaving them emotionally unstable and aches and pains everywhere.
Well, I've read about that in parenting magazines, so I kind of know.
But you're treating it like it's someone else's problem, even though it's your child. Have you ever tried imagining the pain of childbirth? The level of pain varies, but for some, it's so intense they feel like they might pass out. And let me remind you, there's a very real risk of losing your life during childbirth. Do you have any idea how terrifying it is to go through that without your husband there? You're about to become a father, aren't you? What happened to the Thomas who cried with joy when he found out he was going to be a dad?
At that time, I was really happy. We'd been struggling to have a child even after we got married, and it was weighing on me. So when Violet came home from the hospital and said, "We're having a baby," I couldn't believe it. I was going to be a father. I was just so happy. I was so overwhelmed I couldn't even put it into words.
So, what made you forget how you were feeling back then?
I didn't mean to forget, but since I'm not the one who's pregnant, as time went on, the excitement I felt when we found out just started to fade.
If you haven't truly forgotten, then now's the time to remember how you felt. What do you think your child will feel if someday they find out their father was out drinking while they were being born? Have you thought about that?
No.
Then think about it now. How do you think your child would feel if they knew the truth?
They'd probably be really disappointed.
They wouldn't just be disappointed. If I were in their place, I'd surely be giving you a hard time. I heard from Violet, work hasn't been going well for you, has it? You've been using drinking as an escape from that stress, haven't you?
It's just, I feel stuck. Nothing is going right. I've wanted to quit so many times, but if I do, I won't be able to provide. And when I think about being a father, I feel like someone like me could never make them happy. I feel like I'm not good enough.
So what made you want to have a kid in the first place? What makes Violet and the baby happy is living a good life with you. Money can be earned, but you can never get back the time you lose with your family. And when Violet tried to sit down and talk with you, why were you clinging to your ridiculous pride? Sharing your struggles is what family is for. No matter how hard things get, can't you think about Violet and your child and push yourself to do better? Marriage is about understanding and empathizing with each other, in good times and bad. Until you can understand that, you need to take some time to cool off. Anyway, after the delivery, I'm taking Violet and the baby back to our house.
What? She's not going back to her parents' house?
This is Violet's decision. She said she wants to stay with me for now. She feels safer that way. She's worried that if she goes back to her parents' house, it might completely sever her connection with you. That fear is what's keeping her from doing so. Of course, I'm more than happy to have her here. Her parents are on board with this too.
It'll be fine. I'll make sure to help with the housework and take care of the babies so Violet has the support she needs.
Help? What do you mean by help?
Well, I'll help Violet with things to ease her burden.
Do you not realize that this way of thinking is wrong from the start? Sure, you're working, so it might not be realistic for you to do everything around the house.
But when it comes to raising your child, it's not about helping. You do it. That's the bare minimum. Whose child is this? It's my child. Exactly. Doesn't saying you'll help make it sound like it's someone else's problem? You're absolutely right. In any case, after the delivery, I want Violet to rest as much as possible, so she'll stay here with me. I'll also have a thorough discussion with her parents about what happens moving forward. I'll head over right away.
Thomas, it seems like you've been trying to reach me this whole time. I'm sorry I couldn't reply sooner. I've been so caught up with the baby and adjusting to parenting that I haven't been checking WhatsApp.
Don't worry about it, Violet. You're busy, and you don't need to feel obligated to respond to me.
Don't say things like that.
I'm sorry.
Your mom and dad told me. They said you've been coming to my parents' house every day after work. They told me how you kept apologizing to them.
I really regret everything. I'll keep going every day until I earn their forgiveness.
You've been coming here every day too, right? I'm sorry, I didn't know how to face you, so I asked Ruth to turn you away.
I know, it's my fault. All of it. How are you feeling? You're not ready to come back home yet, are you?
Well, honestly, I can focus on parenting more here. But, it's unbelievable how little sleep I'm getting.
Is it really that hard?
Hard doesn't even begin to describe it. Do you know how many times I have to feed the baby in the middle of the night? When the baby starts crying, I feed them, and after that, it's time to change their diaper. Once the diaper is changed, they start crying again, and getting them to stop crying can take so long.
I see. Babies do cry at night a lot.
The baby wakes up every 2 to 3 hours. As soon as I think I can finally sleep and lie down, I get woken up again. It's just endless.
I don't think I can handle that.
And during the day, I still have to take care of the baby, so there's no chance to nap either. Your mom has been handling all the housework for me. It's such a huge help. She even helps with bath time. Raising a child alone is impossible.
I'm so sorry. I really need to do better and support you more.
But I've decided it's time to come home.
What? You're coming back home?
Yeah. I've heard from your mom how hard you've been working. Ruth said she straightened you out. She told me you've been doing all the cleaning, the cooking, everything on your own, and that you've been getting the house ready for when we return. She also said you haven't gone out drinking.
I haven't had a single drink since that day. I realized I was relying on the wrong things.
That day? You mean the day of the delivery?
Yeah, I felt so ashamed of myself for not being there for you and the baby. And I realized I'd been using alcohol as an escape.
An escape?
Whenever something went wrong at work, I just head out for a drink. I thought getting drunk would make me feel better, at least for a while, but all it did was push the problems aside.
But isn't it pretty tough to just quit drinking alcohol like that?
Honestly, it was really tough at first. On days when I came home exhausted from overtime, I'd think, maybe just one drink wouldn't hurt. But I held myself back and stuck to non-alcoholic beer instead.
Why were you able to push yourself so hard?
At first, it was purely out of guilt for what I'd done to you and the baby. But guilt isn't enough to keep you going. So I realized I needed to replace drinking with something else, and I started exercising.
Exercising?
Yeah, moving my body really helped me clear my mind. I started waking up early to jog in the mornings. It turns out I feel way better after exercising than I ever did after drinking.
Wow, that's amazing.
At first, I had to force myself, but over time, it just became natural. I don't even crave alcohol anymore. I finally realized there are healthier ways to deal with stress.
That's an incredible effort.
I know it's easy to say all the right things, and I know I've lost your trust. I also know what I did isn't something that can be forgiven easily. But I want to do everything I can now. If, after doing that, divorce is still what you want, then I'll accept it without regret. People say change doesn't happen overnight, but I refuse to be influenced by that excuse.
We're not getting a divorce.
What? Are you serious?
I'm not lying. I know how hard you've been working to change, and so do my parents. They even said if you come by tomorrow, they'll let you in and forgive you. You haven't faltered on anything since the day you made that promise at the hospital. I'm sorry my parents said some harsh things to you.
No, you don't need to apologize. I was in the wrong, and they had every right to be angry.
But they must have said some really tough things, didn't they?
Yeah. Honestly, their words didn't just sting. They felt like knives straight to my heart. The first thing they said was, "There's no way we can entrust Violet and the baby to someone like you." Then they added, "You're not just a failure as a father. You don't even have any credibility as a person." And they didn't stop there. What could anyone expect from a man who was drinking while his wife was giving birth? They shouted at me.
I'm sorry. You kept going to apologize over and over, and yet...
Please, Violet, don't apologize to me, but thank you. Thank you so much.
But, while it's fine to apologize and thank my parents, you also need to make sure you properly thank your mom. She's been helping you with everything at your house, even though she has her own things to take care of. You need to show her some gratitude.
Of course. I'll make time to do it right away.
But just because I'm coming back doesn't mean things will get easier, I'll help with the housework, sure, but you're also going to be doing your share of parenting. So make sure you step up as a father, okay?
I won't run away anymore. I'll also make time to talk about work properly.
Let's sit down and really talk about it. I get it. It's easy to feel like being bad at your job is embarrassing or uncool. It's something people feel about themselves, but I want to be the person who understands you, Thomas. I understand you have your pride, but you're not alone, so don't rush. Don't carry all your worries by yourself. At least from where I stand, the Thomas I see now isn't uncool at all. I'll be back next week.
Thanks. I'll do my best.
But I'm not coming back alone.
I understand. Our son too, right?
Nope. All 3 of us.
Wait, 3?
Ruth is coming too.
My mom?
That's right. If you start slacking off on housework or parenting as soon as I come back, I'll be in trouble. I'm returning to the husband who was out drinking while I was in labor, Do you think I'd come back to an unreliable husband without any guarantee?
Okay, I get it. But Violet, have you changed or something? Has your personality been influenced by my mom?
You're the one who said it, Thomas. Mothers have to be strong. As promised, I returned home with Ruth to the house where he was waiting for us. It had been a while since I'd been back, and what greeted me was an unbelievable sight. The entire house was spotless, sparkling to a degree I couldn't even imagine. The windows shone like mirrors, the curtains had been washed and carried the soft scent of fabric softener, and the floors were so glossy they looked brand new, almost too pristine to step on. Thomas had also fully prepared for the baby's arrival. The baby crib was set up, a diaper-changing mat was ready, and baby clothes and towels were neatly organized. Even a nursing pillow and toys had been purchased and placed thoughtfully for easy access. The most surprising thing, though, was that there wasn't a single trace of alcohol left in the house. When I opened the fridge, there wasn't any beer or liquor, just plenty of milk and bottled water. This was shocking, considering the fridge used to be packed with Thomas's favorite beers. I also vividly remember being stunned by how much Thomas's cooking had improved. It was so delicious, it actually left me a bit speechless. A few days later, we sat down to talk about Thomas's work issues. It turned out the root cause was his strained relationship with his boss. Thomas's immediate supervisors seemed to lash out at him whenever they were in a bad mood, often yelling things like, "You're a failure as a professional," or "You should just quit," in front of everyone. During meetings, the boss would single him out for opinions, only to respond, "Your thinking is so naive. That's why you'll never succeed," no matter what he said. It wasn't hard to understand why Thomas had been feeling so cornered. I had noticed how gloomy Thomas looked every morning before heading to work, so I told him to share anything that was bothering him. But it seemed Thomas felt ashamed to admit to me that he was being harassed by his boss, thinking it would make him look weak, so he kept it to himself all that time. During my first pregnancy and delivery, I had been so focused on myself, constantly blaming Thomas for going out drinking so often. When we finally talked everything out, we both cried together for the first time in a long while. Afterward, Thomas changed jobs. He found a great company with kind colleagues, and before long, he started to get promoted rapidly. Even though I never forbade him from going out drinking, he stopped entirely on his own. He told me he lost touch with a few of his drinking buddies, but he laughed it off saying, "Any bond that snaps over something like that isn't worth keeping anyway." At his new workplace, Thomas found a colleague who also enjoys jogging, and now he's spending his days surrounded by people he genuinely gets along with. He seems truly happy with his life now. At one point, I seriously questioned over and over if someone as selfish and thoughtless as Thomas could really be a good father. But through this experience, I learned the importance of believing in someone, and I saw firsthand that people can change. Time passed. 3 years later, I recently gave birth to our second child. Even while working, Thomas supported me every step of the way and was there by my side during the delivery. The scene before me this time was completely different from 3 years ago. It was filled with happiness and smiles. Now, from the bottom of my heart, I feel truly glad that I married Thomas.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!